Auspicious appearance day of Advaita Acharya, we will speak something on his glories. Before we proceed, I would like each one of you to chant these words after me. It's a very nice words, you can repeat. Panchatattvatmakam Krishnam Bhaktarupa Swarupakam Bhaktavataram Bhaktakhyam Namami Bhakta Saktikam Panchatattvatmakam Krishnam Bhaktarupa Swarupakam Bhaktavataram Bhaktakhyam Namami Bhakta Saktikam Panchatattvatmakam Krishnam Bhaktarupa Swarupakam Bhaktavataram Bhaktakhyam Namami Bhakta Saktikam. Okay, so we chanted a beautiful verse. I'll explain the meaning of that. Let me start with a question which you would have not expected. Who is Advaita Acharya in this altar? Over there the Goswamis? One of them is Advaita Acharya, yes. Wait, आपका टर्न आएगा. Out of turn नहीं बोलने का. हाँ. One of the Goswamis, very good. Shreya Bharadwaj? Okay, where is he? Left or right? Your left or your left? Okay. Rightmost in the photo and leftmost. Okay. He's giving a different answer. Maybe he's right. Bhakta is pointing to Shrey. He wants to go with Shrey. Okay. Gautam is busy. Gautam, who's Advaita Acharya in the altar? Check. First one where? In the Goswami photo or where? Goswami is the 6 Goswamis who are standing in the... Yeah, she also told the same thing. One of the Goswamis. So, there is things to learn and know. Before chanting Hare Krishna mantra, we chant a Panchatattva mantra. So, what is that mantra? For her. Correct, no? Then what is Namo Vishnu Padaya? Prabhupada Pranam Mantra is Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta. His name is there. You see, these are all basics. Right? Prabhupada's Pranam Mantra in itself has got his mission. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya, who is always attached to the lotus feet of Vishnu. You should, all these verses, when we know the meanings, then it becomes our own this thing. Otherwise, कौन सा कौन पंचतत्व कौन है, क्या है, षड गोस्वामी कौन है, कुछ पता नहीं चलेगा. Namo Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale, sent by the Lord himself to this Bhu. Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine. I am bowing down to that Swami, that sannyasi, who is known as Bhakti Vedanta. Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Iti Namine. He is known as that. Namaste Saraswate Deve. Under the instruction of Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati. Namaste Saraswate. He's actually son of Saraswati, that's why he's Saraswate. Often people sing Saraswati. कौन सरस्वती? इधर कोई सरस्वती नहीं है. Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine. To spread Gauravani, the instructions of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine. Three things. Nirvishesha. Who's Nirvishesha? आगे बैठने का कुछ नुकसान भी होता है, कुछ फायदे हैं, कुछ नुकसान है. बट सी डोंट फील sad that you don't know, because it's a learning for the lifetime. Not knowing is not a big deal, but when you face it, you will learn it for the whole life. Nirvishesha is impersonalists, Mayavadis. Vada is a philosophy. Mayavadi who say everything is, there is no form of the Lord, everything is Narayana. So that is Nirvishesha. Sunyavadi is voidists. Who are they? Buddhists. They say Nirvana, there is nothing. I mean, no soul, no body, nothing. Sunyavada, everything is zero. Nirvishesha, Sunyavadi, Paschatya Deshatarine. Paschatya Desha is Western country. So to deliver the people in the Paschatya, in the Western countries, and to remove this Nirvishesha and Sunyavadi under the instruction of Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, to preach the mission of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Prabhupada came. So his mission is there in his pranam mantra. So if you know that, then you don't have to worry. What Prabhupada, why did he come here for? What was his mission? It is there in his pranam mantra. Then Panchatattva mantra, which is Namo Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya. No. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Nanda. So why do we call it as Panchatattva mantra? Who are the 5 names? You can take help of Shrey a little bit, but तो नाम कौन सा is first. Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is standing in the center in that Panchatattva with raised hands. Shri Krishna Chaitanya. So he is Krishna himself. Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Then Prabhu Nityananda. Who's Nityananda? क्या श्रेय कुछ बताया नहीं लग रहा है तुम्हें. हाँ? So we worship Nitai Gaura, isn't it? Gaura Nitai. So who's Gauranga in this? Left or right? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu कौन है? इसमें निताई गौर है, correct? गौर निताई. So who is Gauranga? Who is Nityananda Prabhu? गौर निताई में तो दोनों आ गए ना. On the left side Gauranga Mahaprabhu, right side Nityananda Prabhu. नहीं है, गलत है वो. Gauranga is on the right side. Yeah, Nityananda Prabhu is on the left side. So on the photo, center is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Okay. On the right hand side of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, towards the right of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, is Nityananda Prabhu, who is wearing a blue dhoti. That's his identification. Balaram's favorite color is blue. Incarnation of Balaram is Nityananda. Incarnation of Krishna is Chaitanya, who is wearing yellow dhoti, Pitambaram. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda. Who's the third personality? Mataji is taking help from Google. Okay. Okay, who are the other? So 2 we got out of 5. Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhara, Srivasadi Gaurav. Advaita? Srivas, Adi is etc. Adi Gaura Bhakta Brunda. So please pay attention. Actually, if we don't get the Siddhanta, if we don't get the philosophical conclusion, our attraction for this philosophy will not come. It will become a social intercourse where you come to the temple, हाँ फी हैं कुछ करके थोड़ा कीर्तन वीर्तन करके हम चले जाएंगे. But Siddhanta is very important. Siddhanta बोलिए चित्त ना करे आलस, यह होइते चित्त लागे सुदृढ़ विश्वास. So when we know the philosophical conclusions, our attraction for this philosophy will become rock solid. And that is needed is very simple, Panchatattva. The Lord has appeared in 5 different forms. So when we chant this Hare Krishna mantra, there are offenses against chanting the Hare Krishna mantra. But when we chant the Panchatattva mantra, they are the most munificent, most merciful. They want us to, get out of this material world somehow or other. We don't want. We have no interest to get out of this material world. We are Baddha Jiva, eternally conditioned. We want to rot here lifetime after lifetime. We have no interest. But they are thinking, my God, these foolish people, how much they are suffering. Even for chanting the holy names of the Lord where there are offenses, let them get liberated by at least, chanting this Panchatattva. So this Panchatattva mantra is very important. And we need to know who are these 5 tattvas. Out of these 5, 3 are Vishnu tattvas. Who are those 3? First 3. Who are the first 3? Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita. So these 3 are called Vishnu tattvas. Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, the author of Chaitanya Charitamrita, says though these 3 are Prabhu or Vishnu tattva, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Mahaprabhu. He is the Supreme Lord himself who comes. And then these 2, Nityananda Prabhu and Advaita Acharya, they are also Vishnu forms. But the other 2 are not. So what are the other 2 then? Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita, Gadadhara, Shrivasadi, Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. So who's Gadadhar? Who's Shrivas? Who are they in this photo? So when you next time come and when you pay obeisances or stand close to the deities, you should know them. Who are they? When I'm chanting the pranam mantra, every time we have our Premadhvani, we say Jayam Vishnupad Paramahansa Parivrajaka Acharya Ashtottara Shata Shri Srimad, His Divine Grace, Abhay Charana Ravinda Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai is first. Then Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. Then Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj, Bhakti Vinod Thakur, Jagannath Das Babaji. Then Shri Rupa Sanatana Bhatta Raghunatha, Shri Jiva Gopal Bhatta Dasa Raghunath Ki Jai. उसमें अद्वैत आचार्य कहाँ से है? Not there. Then प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद. So who's Shrivas? Who's Gadadhar? No. Advaita Acharya is standing on the right hand side last, who's folding his hands. The only one, no, the 2 of them, okay. The 2 of them, out of 2 of them, okay, the oldest person in the photo has got white beard. He's Advaita Acharya. Nityananda is blue dhoti, okay. Then there is Gadadhar and Shrivas. So who's Gadadhar, who's Shrivas? Radharani? Yeah, so Gadadhar is actually Sakti. So we chanted that verse, Panchatattvatmakam Krishna Bhakta Rupa Swarupakam Bhaktavataram Bhaktakhyam Namami Bhakta Saktikam. Bhakta Sakti is Gadadhar and Jiva Sakti is Shrivas, like all of us. And Adi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda and unlimited followers of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. All of them I am paying my obeisances. So where is Shrivas? Shneya Mataji. Yeah, folding, correct. And Gadadhar is next to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. We sing that Gaura Arti. Dakhine Nitai Chan Bame Gadadhara Nikate Advaita Srinivasa Chhatrada. So Advaita is there. So Advaita Acharya is the oldest person in that. Okay. Now let's go into the philosophy. I mean, we'll do this, then this. See, basically we have to know this. Okay, question for all of you. When was Advaita Acharya born? 50 years before Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Very close answer, but not exact. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was born in 1486. Which year? 1486. And Advaita Acharya was born in 1433. So how many years? Huh? 53 years difference. So imagine 53 years difference between Advaita Acharya and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So it's a lot of difference. Right? Advaita Acharya's guru is Madhavendra Puri. Who is Madhavendra Puri? Not you. Bhakta? How is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu related to Madhavendra Puri? Who is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's guru? Ishwara Puri. And Ishwara Puri's guru is Madhavendra Puri. So imagine what is the age. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's guru is Ishwara Puri. Ishwara Puri's guru is Madhavendra Puri. And Madhavendra Puri's disciple is Advaita Acharya. Actually, Advaita Acharya is contemporary to Jagannath Mishra. Who is Jagannath Mishra? Who is Jagannath Mishra? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, how will we get delivered in this material world? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's father. His name is Jagannath Mishra. We have to know all this very, very clearly. All of them will come. Nityananda Trayodasi is another 7 days. Right? Next Wednesday we will have Nityananda Trayodasi. So Nityananda Prabhu and Advaita Acharya both are disciples of Madhavendra Puri. Okay? Madhavendra Puri is spiritual master of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Who is spiritual master of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? Ishwara Puri. Ishwara Puri's spiritual master is Madhavendra Puri. So no, Madhavendra Puri. Very this thing, exalted personalities. So this Advaita Acharya, very beautiful. Actually, there's no time to discuss about Advaita Acharya. I mean, we have hardly any time, but whatever time we have, please pay attention. Who is Advaita Acharya and why did he come? And beautiful description by Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami. In Adilila, there is one chapter which says the glories of Sri Advaita Acharya. And there he is telling, Bandetam Srimad Advaita Charyam Adbhuta Cheshtitam Yasya Prasadat Agyopi Tat Swarupam Nirupayet. I offer my respectful obeisances to Sri Advaita Acharya, whose activities are all wonderful. By his mercy, even a foolish person can describe his characteristics. Actually, to know about the Supreme Lord and his position, his expansion, his incarnations, his Sakti, his Jiva Tattva, these are all beyond our material intelligence. Impossible, we can't get it. Only by the mercy of the Lord himself that it will be revealed to us. Otherwise, the Lord, when he himself appears as 200 forms, it's very difficult to know. Abhajananti ma mudha manusim tanumashritam. Avajananti ma mudha. People don't know, they don't understand who the Supreme Lord is. And we have no interest. Kali Yuga, the atmosphere is so surcharged with, the sense enjoyment that there is no time to know about the Lord. We have no interest. And when, a time for discussion comes also, somehow or other we find ourselves very difficult. We are, some obligation, something, some mental problems, some disturbances, and we miss the opportunities. But mind you, by the mercy of Advaita Acharya, whose activities are so wonderful, even a foolish person can know the Supreme Lord. See, so powerful. And then he says, Mahavishnura Jagat Karta Mayaya Ya Shrajati Adaha Tasyavatara Evayam Advaita Acharya Ishvara. In this world, there are 3 tattvas. How many tattvas? We just spoke about 5, but as per this verse, there are 3 tattvas. What are the 3 tattvas? I'll read the verse one more time and I'll read the translation, then you tell me. Mahavishnur Jagat Karta Mayaya Yah Shrajati Adaha Tasyavatara Evayam Advaita Acharya Ishvaraha. Lord Advaita Acharya is the incarnation of Mahavishnu, whose main function is to create the cosmic world through the action of Maya. What are the 3 things which is mentioned in this verse? Mahavishnur Jagat Karta Mayaya Yah Srijati Adaha Tasyavatara Evayam Advaita Acharya Ishvaraha. Give it a try, there is nothing. Creator, okay. Mahavishnu. Three tattvas. Tattvas means three principles. कहाँ से? Correct. Good. One more. No. इस वर्स में तीन चीज बोल रहे हैं. ईश्वरा, अद्वैताचार्य ईश्वरा is there. Mahavishnu Jagat Karta Mayaya. Second is Maya. And third is Jiva. Maya. Maya is a tattva. Maya is a principle. Mahavishnu Jagat Karta Mayaya Yah Srijati Adaha. Tasya. This is Mahamaya. Yeah. No. Just that's why I told from this verse. So Mahavishnu Jagat Karta Mayaya Yah Srijati Adaha. Tasyavatara Evayam Advaitacharya Ishvara. Pay attention, very important. Actually, for this material world to get created, we need Mahavishnu. Without Mahavishnu, this material world will not be created. Why? Because Mahavishnu, when he lies down on Anantshesh, and from his pores, this unlimited universes are coming out, and in that each of these universes, Mahavishnu enters as Garbhodakashai Vishnu, and then Kshirodakashai Vishnu also enters in each of the atoms. That's how these universes are formed. But the root cause is Mahavishnu, and it is created only to facilitate this material world. Mayaya Yaha Srijati Ada. Srijati is to create. Without Mahavishnu, this material world will not be created. So from his pores, Mahavishnu's one breathing is the time when these universes are coming out and going in. That is relative. Our 100 years, Brahma's millions of years that he lives, everything is encompassed in this one breath of Mahavishnu. In that, the whole world is coming out and going in. इसमें हमारा fighting, ये वो करना है, बड़ा बनना है, position लेना है, सब होके खत्म हो जाता है. Over. So tiny we are. Mahavishnu Jagat Karta Mayaya Yashrajati Ada Tasyavatara Evayam Advaitacharya Ishvara. Advaitacharya is same Mahavishnu. He is a Ishvara Tattva. So this Ishvara is needed to put this Jiva into the Maya. Without Ishvara, without a Purusha, Prakriti cannot create. This is the principle. Maya Dhikshana Prakriti Shruyate Sa Characharam. Prabhupada gives the example like, you put a seed in the earth, without sunshine, that will not germinate. So that sunshine acts as, like a Purusha. Similarly, Mahavishnu has to glance. Then this whole creation comes about where these jivas are put into this material world. We take different forms and we have desires to enjoy, and that is how this whole creation is coming about. So without Mahavishnu, material world is not possible. And with Mahavishnu's glance, though Mahavishnu himself doesn't do this, there is the Mahamaya, the external energy of the Lord, who is creating this different, suitable bodies based on our desires and karma to enjoy in this material world. We come here. Okay. Now, interestingly, who is this Advaita Acharya and why did he come? So, always remember, whenever the Supreme Lord comes down, before him comes his associates in the form of his predecessors. So, whenever Sri Krishna desires to manifest his incarnation on earth, first he creates the incarnations of his respectable predecessors. And in case of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the respectable personalities such as his father. Who is his father? Very good. At least you remembered one name. Jagannath Mishra, his mother, Sachi Devi. Then spiritual master, Ishwarapuri. They all take birth on earth first. So all, they come before. Then Madhavendra Puri, Ishwarapuri, Srimati Sachimata, Srila Jagannath Mishra, all appeared with Sri Advaita Acharya. Then he's saying, Advaita Acharya having appeared, he found the world devoid of devotional service to Sri Krishna, because people were engrossed in material affairs. See, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared 500 years back. But when Advaita Acharya, he appeared, he saw that the people are not interested in devotional service to Krishna, because they were engrossed in material affairs. Today morning, I don't know how many of you heard, there is a class by Chanchalpati Prabhu, where he was quoting one verse from Bhagavad Gita, 8th chapter. Tasmat sarveshu kaleshu mam anusmara yuddhecha मयि अर्पित मनोबुद्धिर मामे वैश्यसि सत्यम ते तस्मात् सर्वेषु कालेषु माम अनुस्मर युद्धेच. We have to remember the Lord all the time, including the time when we are doing our material activities. That is what the Lord is expecting us to do. Tasmat sarveshu kaleshu maham anusmara yuddhecha. But for us, even sitting in the temple, the time that we are supposed to meditate and remember Him or meditate on Him, we find it difficult. Something else becomes attractive. Something He's wearing, something that He's doing, something else, and we just want to go out of this place very quickly. In the same chapter, there is another verse which comes, no? Tasyaham sulabham partha. What is that? Ananya 8.14 if you open. No. In Bhagavad Gita, 8th chapter, 14th verse. Ananya cheta satatam. Yoma smaranti nityasha. Tasyaham sulabha partha nitya yukta yogina. Ananya cheta. Actually, our mind cannot have anything else. Ananya cheta satatam. Yomam smarati nityasaha. Tasyaham sulabha partha nitya yuktasya yogina. That ananya cheta is actually chastity. Like when a person is chaste to his, like a wife is chaste to husband, husband is chaste to wife, there is a lot of potency, there is a lot of purity, there is a lot of power in that. Ananya cheta satatam. If we are not thinking of anything else, the moment our mind goes out of Krishna, then we will think about money, we'll think about position, we'll think about traveling, we'll think about gossiping, we'll think about fault finding. All these things will occupy our mind. That's why chastity is very important. You know, there is a very nice story. Anybody knows who's the father and mother of Dattatreya? It's so many father and mother I'm telling you. But anyway, it's good to know. Just little diversion. Quickly, I'll not wait for answer. I know you will not be able to. Atri and Anasuya. Atri and Anasuya are the father and mother of Dattatreya, one incarnation of the Lord. So this Anasuya, who's the mother of Dattatreya, was once tested by Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwara together. 3 of them came to her place and they told that we want something in charity. They came in disguise. So Anasuya, she is a very chaste lady, and Atri also is a very chaste husband. Now they asked for charity, but they said in one condition, you don't have to wear any clothes. So it's a very this thing, you know, how can she do this without wearing clothes? And how can she not do charity? They are appearing like Brahmanas. But she had so much of power because of her chastity. She transformed those 3 people into 3 babies. And then she came without clothes and gave them charity. And that is how, when they were very happy with her, this is so chaste lady, that asked for any benediction. Said, I want all 3 of you together as my son. That's how Dattatreya was born. But anyway, Ananya cheta satatam yomam smarati nityasa. If somebody is able to remember the Lord always, not putting, the moment our mind goes out of this, this Krishna, this thing, it gives rise to so many unwanted things. That's what is called anarthas. I want money, I want position, I want bigger house, I want this thing, all. So the chastity is very, ananya cheta satatam yomam smarati nityasa tasyaham sulabha partha. I'm very easily obtained to them. Nitya yuktasya yoginam. So Advaita Acharya saw that this whole atmosphere, nobody is taking up to this process of devotional service because people were engrossed in material activities. Everyone was engaged in material enjoyment, whether sinfully or virtuously. There are some people who are callous. They don't care who's God, what is it. I have to live my life. I'm working hard. I deserve work hard, party harder. That's all their principle. But what they don't know, that as we are seeing the 3rd chapter of Bhagavad Gita, when we are working hard with a goal to enjoy the fruit, we get entangled in this material world. There is a reaction which comes. Yagyarthat karmano anyatra lokoyam karma bandhana tadartham karma kaunteya mukta sangha samachara. Work has to be done for satisfaction of Vishnu. Yagyarthat karmano anyatra lokoyam karma bandhana. Whenever we are working hard to enjoy our senses, a reaction comes which binds us, which we don't know. There are some people who understand that there are some Vedic literatures I have to follow, I should not do sinful activities, and I will do these activities in this way so that I can enjoy. Good, that enjoyment you can, it's a legitimate enjoyment, but you get a reaction. And there are some people who are trying to enjoy sinfully. Irrespective of whether you are trying to enjoy piously or sinfully, you get a reaction. Sinful, the reaction is very high. No one was interested in the transcendental service of the Lord, which can give total relief from repetition of birth and death. Transcendental service to the Lord can give us relief from birth and death. In the purport, Prabhupada says, each one of us who have got this body in this material world, we suffer from a disease called Bhavaroga. Bhavaroga. Bhavaroga means what? What are the 4 diseases that we suffer? What is Bhavaroga? Janma, Mrityu, Jara, Vyadhi. This is what Bhagavad Gita says. Dukkha dosano darshanam. First birth, then comes old age, then comes disease, then comes old age, and then death. And death only leads to another birth, which is so painful. That is why this is called repetition of birth and death. Bhavaroga. This is a roga, this is a disease. And no one was interested in the transcendental service of the Lord, which can give total relief from the repetition of birth and death. It can give us relief. We can come out of this birth, death, old age and disease. But nobody was interested. Actually, this Advaita Acharya, I'll tell you in another words, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami says, why his name is Advaita, why he is Acharya. Because Advaita, the moment we hear it, it talks about impersonalism, non-dual. Dvaita is our philosophy. Why his name is Advaita? Very beautifully he'll explain. But he was having unlimited compassion. He was self-satisfied. He was content. He was the incarnation of Mahavishnu. He's there. But he saw that, oh my God, these people are just busy and engaging in sense enjoyment, whether sinfully or virtuously. But they have no idea about transcendental loving service to the Lord, which can give them relief from repetition of birth and death. So that what did he do? Seeing the activities of the world, the Acharya felt compassion and began to ponder how he could act for the people's benefit. He thought about it. Beautiful purports. I'll go quickly. If Sri Krishna were to appear as an incarnation, he himself could preach devotion by his personal example. So Advaita Acharya thought to himself, just before this, 5,000 years back, Krishna has given this instruction. He told, Sarva dharman parityajya mamekam sharanam raja aham tvam sarva papebhya mokshaisyami mahasucha. Don't fear. He told, he went, he left. But still people are not following. If the same Lord comes, if he comes down, if he comes as an incarnation, because in Kali Yuga there is no incarnation of the Lord. Only Satyatratya Dwapara has got. Kali Yuga, this incarnation of the Lord is a channa, is a covered incarnation, as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So he thought to himself, if Krishna himself, because Krishna's power is unlimited, if he comes himself as an incarnation, he could preach devotion by his personal example. Not as Lord, as a devotee. By his example, he can show how to practice devotion. So then he said, in this age of Kali, beautiful verse, Nama vinu Kali kale dharma nahi aar. Kali kale kaiche have Krishna avatar. In this age of Kali, there is no religion other than the chanting of the holy name of the Lord. No other religion. Nothing can be done. All are cheating religion, except for chanting the holy name of the Lord. But how in this age will the Lord appear as an incarnation? I shall worship Krishna in purified state of mind, and I shall constantly petition him in humbleness. Two things are extremely important when we are doing deity services. I shall worship Krishna in a purified state of mind. Mind has to be purified. It's not some ritual, it's not some mechanical thing. I'm getting a chance to worship the Supreme Lord. My mind has to be, that Bahya Abhyantara Suchi is a very important, that consciousness is what makes all the difference. So mind has to be purified, and second, I shall constantly petition him in humbleness. I will call him, please come, in humbleness, in humility. My name Advaita will be fitting if I am able to induce Krishna to inaugurate the moment of the chanting of the holy name. My name Advaita will be fitting. Advaita, I'll not deviate, will be fitting if I am able to induce Krishna to inaugurate the moment of chanting of the holy name. And then while he was thinking about how to propitiate Krishna by worship, The following verse came to his mind. There is one verse which came to his mind, and I want all of you to repeat this beautiful verse. Tulasi dala matrena jalasya chulukena va vikrinite. Prabhupada has captured the essence of this devotion very nicely in our, even normal people like Grihasthas who are practicing Krishna consciousness, they should have Tulsi plant at home. Worshipping Tulsi is so important. You see the beauty of this verse. He's thinking, how will I call the Lord? Because only if He comes as a devotee and He, acts by His conduct, He shows by His example that these people will take up to this devotion. And this verse comes to his mind. Tulasi dala matrena jalasya chulukena va vikrinite swamatmanam bhaktebhyo bhaktavatsala. The Lord who's Bhaktavatsala, another name of Lord is Bhaktavatsala, who's very affectionate towards his devotees. Bhaktebhyo Bhaktavatsala. When he sees somebody is offering Tulasi Dala, Dala is one, just one Tulsi leaf, and Jalasya Chulukenava, and palm full of water. If somebody gives to Krishna, he says, I become purchased. I become so obliged. My devotee, he has given me Tulasi Dala Matrena, Jalasya Chulukenava, Vikrinite Swamatmanam, Bhaktebhyo Bhaktavatsala. Who is very affectionate towards his devotee, sells himself to a devotee who offers him merely a tulsi leaf and a palm full of water. Not even a lot of tulsi leaves. One tulsi leaf, palm full of water. How compassionate the Lord is. Actually, if you see the Vedic scriptures, which I've been telling you that, how 90% of the Vedic literatures talk about attached engagement, where there are different methods which are given for worshipping different demigods. They have specific rules and regulations. It seems Ganapati worship, he requires 21 different kinds of grasses. 21 different kinds of grasses. For Lord Shiva, you need to have 5 Bilva Patras, bay leaves. Tulasi Dalamatrena. Look at Krishna. Just one leaf of Tulsi. Jalasya Chulukenava, and little water. Vikrinite Somatmanam. I get sold. And Krishna is telling, I become so obligated, I don't know how to repay. I become sold. Bhaktebhyo Bhaktavatsala. So he is chanting this mantra. This is from Gautamiya Tantra, this verse. And Advaita Acharya kept on chanting this. There was a Saligram Sila. He was putting some Ganges water because he was living in Mayapur and in West Bengal next to Ganges. So he used to get some water, offer Tulsi, and keep chanting this. Advaita Acharya considered the meaning of the verse in this way: no finding any way to repay the debt he owes one to offer who offers him a Tulasi leaf and water. Lord Krishna thinks there is no wealth in my possession that is equal to a Tulasi leaf and water. In Bhagavad Gita, what does he say? Patram pushpam phalam toyam yo me bhaktya prayachati tadaham asnami prayatatmanaha. Tadaham bhakti upahritam asnami prayatatmana. The word bhakti is used twice. Patram pushpam phalam toyam yo me bhaktya prayachati tadaham bhaktim upahritam asnami prayatatmanaha. Patram is singular. One leaf, not even Tulsi. One leaf. Anybody can buy any leaf. Patram, pushpam, one flower. Patram, pushpam, phalam. Phalam is also one. Toyam, little water. Patram, pushpam, phalam, toyam. Yome bhaktya prayachati. If with devotion. Devotion means what? Devotion means, oh Krishna, I'm yours. I've been suffering in this material world for a long time. Please accept me. That mood, that devotion. patram pushpam phalam toyam yome bhaktya prayachati tadaham bhaktim uparhitam asnami prayatatmana. I become purchased. Forget about even tulsi, this thing and this thing, water that he is talking about. Even just any leaf, any flower, any fruit and water with bhakti if somebody offers. It's the power of devotion. And how merciful the Lord is, how much I was telling this story, I think in Kartik month we keep telling about this. Padma Purana talks about this. Nectar of Devotion mentions about this. There was a rat who was there in the temple, right? And that rat accidentally it went into the temple to see that there was a lamp which was being lit, and it wanted to eat that wick because it has got ghee, and it went inside to take that. But because he was trying to eat that, because of his movement, that wick which was about to get extinguished got lit up. And Krishna accepted it as if, he has done arti to me. He got liberated. So what to talk about our good fortune? Even someone who doesn't know the address of, somebody, and he's trying to find the address and goes around the temple accidentally without knowing, Krishna thinks that he has done parikrama. Right? What if somebody is doing deliberately? Actually, that's great. But if, even accidentally he takes it like this. So merciful Lord who's been waiting for us. How much suffering you will have, but we have no interest. That is where Advaita Acharya petitioned with humility, with purified mind, with this particular verse. He kept on chanting, and the Lord appeared. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's descent, as per Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami in Chaitanya Charitamrita, there are two external reasons for Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's descent. How many reasons are there? Two external reasons. First reason is because Advaita Acharya petitioned, not some ordinary person, an incarnation of the Lord who is petitioning with humility and with purified mind, that the Lord had to come. External reason number one. Second external reason is he wanted to inaugurate this chanting of Hare Krishna Mahamantra, this Sankirtan movement. He wanted to inaugurate so that people like us who are going to be born in this Kali Yuga can take that treasure of Krishna Prem. They plundered and distributed this Panchatattva everywhere. They just looted and distributed. Take it in the form of these holy names. How strong faith and conviction we need to have in this. How much strong faith and conviction. Thus the Lord liquidates the debt by offering himself to the devotee. Considering this way, the Acharya began worshipping the Lord. Thinking of the lotus feet of Shri Krishna, he constantly offered tulsi buds in water from Ganges. He appealed to Shri Krishna with loud calls and thus made it possible for Krishna to appear. Therefore, the principal reason for Sri Chaitanya's descent is the appeal by Advaita Acharya. The Lord, the protector of religion, appears by the desire of his devotee. O my Lord, you always dwell in the vision and hearing of your pure devotees. You also live in their lotus-like hearts, which are purified by devotional service. O my Lord, who are glorified by exalted prayers, you show special favor to your devotees by manifesting yourself in the eternal forms in which they welcome you. The essence of the meaning of the verse is that Lord Krishna appears in all his innumerable eternal forms because of the desire of his pure devotees. There are so many other things. There is a tattva. I deliberately didn't go into the tattva because the tattva is very difficult to understand. First of all, you don't know who Advaita Acharya is. But we will close with one line of one song which is written by Narottam Das Thakur. Very beautiful line. You can repeat after me and we will all pray on this day, because hearing so much also we have to grasp it, we have to assimilate it, we have to reflect, we have to meditate, we have to ruminate, we have to know their position, we have to know the philosophical conclusions. Then only we can appreciate this. Otherwise, that desire to engage in devotional service is a short-lived one, because our philosophical understanding is very weak. And when that is the case, then it's very difficult to proceed in a devotional life. Any small obstacle, any small problems in our life, we will get disturbed, we will get agitated. So we'll sing this song, one line from one song that we sing every day in the morning. Here we are not singing. Daya karo Sita Pati Advaita Gosai. Tava kripa bole pai Chaitanya Nitai. So Daya Karo Sitapati, the husband of Sita or the wife of Advaita Acharya is Sita Thakurani. Daya Karo Sitapati Advaita Goswami. Oh Advaita Prabhu, oh Advaita Goswami, please be merciful, please bestow your mercy upon me. Daya Karo Sitapati Advaita Goswami, Tava Kripa Bole Pai Chaitanya Nitai. Only by your mercy that I will get Chaitanya Nitai. So on this day, on this most auspicious day of Advaita Acharya's appearance, we should pray to Advaita Acharya very fervently and sincerely. Enough of this attraction to this Maya. Enough I have rotten in this material world. No more. Let me get that taste, attraction for Krishna's holy name. Let me get attracted to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Let me get attracted to Nityananda Prabhu. And by their blessings, by their mercy, I can get relief from this repetition of birth and death. Otherwise, there is no hope. Advaita Acharya Prabhu ki, Srila Prabhupada ki, Nitai Gaur Premanande.